All right, what's up, people? Alongside my boy Eazy, it's your boy Truth. Welcome to another episode of Truth and Eazy Show.
Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/YCFlowEasy.
/ at Truth is a Champ 9.
All the links are in the description, by the way, so you got that.
All right, so today, originally we were going to discuss Kendrick Lamar's single, King Kunta, and we were actually going to talk about the track list. And then surprisingly, last night, Kendrick Lamar actually dropped the album last night, so yeah, it was definitely shocking. It caught a lot of people by surprise, and we listened to it last night. We stayed up to like 3 in the morning.
I stayed up mad late. Yeah, like 3 in the morning. It was like 3 in the morning by the time I finished my initial listen of the entire album.
Yeah. I remember you were tweeting me last night. Oh, Kendrick Lamar album, he dropped. It's the clean version though, and I started listening to it on Spotify, and then all of a sudden people started tweeting again. Oh, it's out, the explicit version. So I ended up going on iTunes. I downloaded it, and I really didn't want to listen to Shuffle Play on Spotify, so I had to buy it off iTunes.
Yeah, and
so
good thing you did that, because you got to listen to this song from the first track to the last track.
Yeah, because it's a very cohesive album, and I want to listen to it from start to finish so I can actually understand fully what the album's about.
So in this, we're doing our first reaction, whatever the fuck. Obviously, this album cannot possibly be digested in the one day we listen to it. We're going to have to listen to it multiple times over the next few days. We're probably going to record the review Thursday, have it up by Friday. So stay on the lookout for that. But for right now, this is our first reactions, right? Like, just listen to the album, first time through. I'm gonna do my reaction, right?
Okay.
When I finished Mortal Man and the whole album was done. This was me for, I'm not joking, like 5 minutes. I was just like this. Just staring at the wall, like, I couldn't fucking believe what just happened to me. Like, never before, after finishing an album, have I felt this way. Like, I felt, like, I honestly felt like a changed person. Like, a different, like, I just went through a whole fucking different experience. This album is just something really, really special. And I think the more you listen to it, the more you'll pick up on the minute details Kendrick Lamar has thrown in there, and the more you'll learn to appreciate it and think, like, damn, like, this shit is actually, like, the most deep shit I've ever heard. So, like, I mean, right off the rip, I can tell you, you gotta listen to this album. I accidentally bought it twice. The first time I bought it, I didn't know, because I don't use iTunes. iTunes is the worst fucking shit ever. But on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, there's, like, you can buy the clean version for whatever fucking reason, and then there's
why
would
someone want to buy the clean
version?
That's what
I'm saying.
It just ruins the whole album.
Exactly.
You know,
you're not listening to it to the way the artist intended. But
exactly.
I just bought it because I was rushing. I was like, yo, I need to listen to this fucking album, and I didn't know it was on the clean setting. So I have the fucking clean album. I noticed everything says clean. I'm just like, well, I'm about to shoot myself. But I went back to the store page and I just bought it again.
Yeah.
Easily worth the $30 I dropped on this fucking album. It's worth a lot more. There's one song in particular, You. That song is easily worth $30 on its own. We're not going to talk about any of the tracks because it might be spoilers and stuff like that. So,
yeah, we're going to wait till Thursday when we do the actual album review while people still listen to the album.
But I can tell you right now, You is probably the best hip-hop song ever made.
I totally agree.
And Mortal Man is fucking crazy.
That, like, when I was listening to that and he was speaking to his mentor, I was like, wow, this is some crazy shit. It was,
once you hear who the mentor is and everything, like, it is
mind blown.
It is fucking, and what's so amazing is right at the end, he explains the entire album and exactly what To Pimp a Butterfly means and everything. Everything was fucking beautifully done, man.
I feel like this is definitely a perfect album. In my eye, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Like an instant classic. Of course, we got to listen to it more and see exactly what goes on.
Yep.
That being said, you know, it can't be complete fanboys. There were a few songs towards the middle. I think it was one of the interludes that it was a good song, and it was still great for the album, but it broke up the pace just like a little bit.
For Sale?
For Sale,
yep.
That one. That being said, though, like, it's not like that made or broke the album by any means. It was just part of the cohesive story. It's like in a movie when you have, you know, a scene with like a character sort of like setting up a date with another character that leads into a more important event later on.
Yep.
Like, was that part necessarily entertaining or was it the best? No, but it was needed for it to make sense and for it to be complete.
Yep.
So What do you think about the album?
Oh, man, like this album it's definitely different. I feel like he definitely infused like his lyrics, his flow to a different style of production.
I didn't even mention the funk, dude.
You know, funk,
Oh,
jazz,
man.
and me personally, I like that type of music. It definitely flows well, and he did a great job executing that on the
Hell
album.
yeah. Hell yeah. I was really fucking surprised because when I came out, everybody was like, if this is what the album sounds like, this is gonna be awful. And then fucking Blacker the Berry, and we're like, what the fuck is this album gonna be? And then King Kunta, people were like, what the fuck is going on? And then like at the end of it all makes sense and it's fucking perfect. I like the funk jazz vibe. I said on Twitter that this is the most like adventurous album
Next to Yeezus, yup, I saw that.
And whether or not you like Yeezus, this is obviously a better album than Yeezus. But whether or not you like Yeezus, it was the most adventurous rap album, I'd say almost ever, if not ever. This one probably beats it out just because of the message that it's carrying and the way just like everything changes but stays the same and is cohesive and everything. Fucking crazy, man. This album is just something really, really special, and nothing would make me more happier than to see this album go plat on the first week. That would show that this is like real music, because this is more than music. This is bigger than hip hop, it's bigger than Kendrick Lamar, it's bigger than fucking Drake, fucking J. Cole, it's bigger than everything. Like this is big, okay? Like the message it carries, and we'll talk about that when we review the album on Thursday, but everything, like, it just makes for, this is not an album, this is an experience, man. Like, I don't think you'll be, like, bumping most of these songs, you know, when you're in the car or anything like that. A few exceptions, of course.
Yeah.
But, like, this is an album you sit down and you have an experience with, and that is just fucking crazy. And it's one of the first albums I can say I can do that with, and it's just, it's an amazing album.
I feel like alongside his first album, well, technically second album, Good Kid, Mad City, this album right here has the potential to be a classic. 10, 15 years from now, I feel like people would still bump this album. I feel like it has a chance to be an everlasting album.
You know what really dawned on me yesterday and made me feel extremely lucky and happy? People in 10 years will talk about Kendrick the way we talk about Tupac and Biggie now.
Yeah.
And we're alive and experiencing it firsthand.
Like, this is crazy.
It's fucking phenomenal. It's the same way when people were watching Michael Jordan play, or in my case, watching Kobe Bryant play.
Or LeBron
like,
James.
They're talking about these people 10 years from now.
Yeah.
And we're experiencing it now. We're going to be the older people that tell the kids, yo, when To Pimp a Butterfly came out, people changed. You know, like that is what this means. And that's exactly what happened with Tupac, with Biggie, and it's going to happen with Kendrick Lamar. And with this album, it only cements his future. Anything this man makes is going to be fucking amazing. Like, that's just all it's going to be. Again, he is, people say they miss the Tupacs and Biggies. If you're not listening to Kendrick Lamar, you can't say that at all, because this man, it's clear where his influence comes from, but he's so unique at it. He's his own person at the same time. It is amazing, man. That's all I gotta say, man. It's great.
Definitely. So we're gonna wrap it up right here. We don't want to give away too much information on our album. Like we said before, we're gonna do the album review on Thursday. We're gonna do our top 3, our bottom 3.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that. It's your boy Truth.
It's your boy Eazy. Twitter.com
/Truth is a Champ 9.
YC Flow Eazy.
All right, check us out on the next episode. God bless.
Have a good one, guys.